some hairy power line noise here tonight. Let me turn the blanker on. Now, who was that broke in? Go ahead.
K6US.
Oh, hi there, K6US. And your cohort?
Yep. Yeah, you're running early. It's just started 7:15 and just started the stream. K6US.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I was just coming in here to make sure everything was running. And I heard a voice in there. I think you were testing.
Yep, that was me.
Okay. Anyway, we got everything running. We're going to be, I'm trying to decide whether to even have a 6-meter net tonight. I thought Frank was going to be over here today, but he got canceled because he had to stay home for his sanitation day. They changed the day. They were afraid they couldn't get up his hill on Wednesday, so they changed his potty day to today. So he was forced to stay home while they cleaned out his porta potty there. So he was going to come over, and we were going to get the rotator box changed and fixed or something. Something's wrong in the rotor on the 6-meter system. Again, this is the one that failed once again, and now this one's got some kind of a weird glitch in it. And I can't do any testing with meters because I can't see the meter readings. It's like it's not reversing the voltage to go the other direction. It's doing weird stuff. Anyway, it's stuck in one direction. I don't know where it's pointed. Not right for anybody. So we might just have to let somebody else do the 6-meter net, or we can just give it away tonight. But probably ought to be somebody there to explain why we're not calling the net, or call the net the best we can. That's probably the best thing to do. Rob should be here, and maybe we'll get Ken in here tonight, and he can do a pretty good job of getting everybody in here.
Yep, roger.
I might just give Ken Holden a call now and see if he can do the, he's usually on 220 now. I was going to talk to him then, but maybe I should call him right now and see if he can also stick around and do the 6-meter net. If I'm not pointing in any direction where it'll do any good, it's pointing off to the northeast. There's nobody up there.
Yeah, not on 6, at least not when the band's closed.
about that Bay Area? Anybody over in the Bay Area? How about you, Fred? AD6SOK. Or anybody in the Bay Area? Maybe WB6JNN, K6MYC. Net control for 222.
K6MYC, AD6SOK. Very much. You copy?
Yeah, I do, but not real strong, Fred. I'll peek on your next transmission there. Got your 507, and I think we sent you something to look at. I thought it was quite interesting from Prometheum. The gal named Susan Alkinda talking to you, talking for about 15 minutes on a blog. Anyway, back over to you, and let me see if I can get some signal out of you tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah, it doesn't seem we have good conditions again. Second week in a row with really poor conditions. I'm not sure what's going on. We're just not getting a good path or something. And it's raining right now. But, it's raining. It's been windy here today as well.
Too quick, Fred. I didn't get a chance to swing the antenna back and forth across. You say it again?
Yeah, signals are not very good tonight. I mean, the path isn't very good or something. And it's raining right now, so maybe it has something to do with it.
Sounds like they're getting rain.
Talk longer so we could hone in on you with the antenna.
Okay, I see. Okay. So not a lot of to report here. Just it's raining right now. We've got rain and it's been windy. Oh, there's a lot of wind today. Geez, lots of wind. Anyway, back to you, K6SOK.
Okay, so you do have rain over there, because it's supposed to rain here by 6 in the morning, but we don't even have a cloud in the sky yet. Everybody's saying, no, it ain't going to rain, but maybe by 6 in the morning, that weather that you have will get over here. So I'm glad to hear that you're getting rain over there anyway. Okay, well, you're Q5, but just on the hairy edge, so there you are. That's all we can hope for tonight. I thought the conditions would be better, but maybe this weather front is barfing us up here a little bit. You might take a standby. I'm going to call in Jim, WB6JNN, but you may have to call him. I usually hear him a little better than you, but not by much. WB6JNN, K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Yeah, K6MYC, WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Juliet, November, and you're only about S5, so not your usual S7 to 9. So maybe you're hearing me, maybe you aren't. WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Japan, Norway, giving a little bit of opportunity for swinging instruments there.
Yeah, you're okay, and not real strong, but doing pretty well here. I can't see the S meter, so I can't give you a judgment on it, but it sounds like it's down a little bit from normal. I'm having to strain a little bit more to hear you. WB6JNN, 285, K6MYC, and I guess it must be raining at your place as well. Is that correct, Jim?
Yes, it's been raining here since about, 2 o'clock, something like that. Off and on. It's not real heavy rain, but it definitely things are wet. I'm sure the mountains are wet. It's probably reflecting my signal back. Anyway, you're not real strong here either. It's only at 6 now. At 6. And normally you're at 7, 8, 9, and sometimes even 10 over 9, but not tonight. WB6JNN.
Yeah, well, I'm still running a reasonable power 8 or 900 watts, so I think everything's okay, and I moved the antenna back and forth on you, and this seems to be as close to a peak as I can find there. I'm not sure the antenna is working perfectly. That was the other thing that I was going to have Frank do today, was look at the 6-meter or the 220 antenna VSWR. It seems like I got a little VSWR on the line. Not keeping the amplifier from running, but it's more reflected power than I'm used to seeing. So something may have changed. I may only have one antenna up there because the pattern seems to be a little bit broader than it should be. Anyway, good evening to you, and we'll take a standby and see who else we can hear. Hopefully we can hear W6PQL. I may have to move the antenna a little bit for him, but generally Jim comes in here pretty well. And the other one would be, let's take a standby and see if I hear Paul, K6WIS. Paul, are you in there tonight? K6 Whiskey, India Sugar, K6MYC, over. I don't hear anything from Paul, so Jim, let you go and Fred go, and we'll see if I can catch Jim, W6PQL in here. W6 Papa Queen London, W6PQL, K6MYC. Any copy?
Yeah, this is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sierra beaming towards the Bay Area. Can anyone copy me there? Over.
Yeah, I hear you fine. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, I just called you, but apparently you didn't hear me where I was pointed. I'm pointed more north, maybe toward Mount Vac or Mount Diablo or something here this evening. Anyway, good evening to you, Paul. K6 Whiskey India Sugar and perhaps others, K6MYC. Go ahead, Paul.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Mike, for pointing a bit further north. Yeah, you picked up from about a Q3 to a Q5 and a 5x3, so much better normal signal now for the bounce there. And also I heard Fred in there, KD6SOK. You're coming in about a 5x2, so good evening to you there, Fred. And I need to check in the two Clear Lake stations, N1PPP and KA6OSX. If you can do that for me, Mike, over.
Yeah, Roger. 336 and 160 also checking in from to your location there, Paul. Thank you for bringing those guys in. I hear them intermittently here every now and then. I hear Dave up there, but he's in and out. He's always in and out, so it's not always easy copy on him. Anyway, while I'm in this direction, it should be about right for W6PQL, so let's see if Jim's lurking around there somewhere. Stand by a second, Paul, and we'll look for you on the direct path in a bit up your way. W6 Papa Queen London, W6PQL in Bay Area, K6MYC. And the other one would be K6 Kilo Lima Yankee, K6KLY. How about you, Russ? And now, old one that hasn't checked in for a year or so, WA6AXX, but I don't think it'll be in here. And I guess that's the round table that we have in the Bay Area these days. It's a small group in the Bay Area. Okay, well, Paul, look, let me shoot it back to you, and I'll say 73s to KD6SOK and WB6JNN, and we're going to be a little bit marginal on the 6-meter net tonight. I was going to announce that I can't rotate, so the signals are going to be very poor toward you, and I'm going to have WA6OIB call the 6-meter net real early. At about 8:15, we'll be going over to 6 meters and call that net as quick as we can. So for those of you who are listening or can pass that on to others, please do so. 73s, guys, K6MYC, back to you, Paul, for your final K6 Whiskey India Sugar with a pause for W6PQL, K6MYC.
No other Bay Area station heard here, Mike. This is K6WIS Placerville. I just heard Fred in the KD6SOK, so good evening again, Fred. And it sounds like it's already been raining and sprinkling in the Bay Area with high winds. I've heard your weather report. It's cooling down now.
I'm here, Mike, but I'm drifting. I just turned the transverter on.
You're fine. Good copy. Stand by. Paul's in there.
When it comes, I'll probably be lighting a fire tonight to keep warm. Okay, let me see you for now. This is K6WIS.
Okay, very very good. Jim popped in while you were on there, but very good. If you can be there, fine. If not, why, no worries on the direct path. I'll be up that way shortly. We're moving along pretty quickly here. But Jim just popped in while you were talking there. 7-3 for now, Paul, and thanks for being here on 222. W6PQL, we have KD6SOK and WB6JNN on frequency. That checked in, but otherwise they're the only other one in the Bay Area. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Hey, Mike, well, I'll catch you just a little bit after 8 o'clock before you go to 6 meters. Not too long until it warms up. We'll catch you in a while.
Okay. I'll be weak on 6 meters when you get on and get done with 52. If you work 52 on this band, get on 6 meters as quick as you can, because WA60IB will be beaming over that way. And he's going to try and do the net for me on the early part of 6 meters. My antenna is stuck pointing out toward the northeast, so I'm not going to be very good for anything but local communications here on 6 meters tonight. It's not the antenna, I think it's the controller. It's got a glitch in it, and I haven't been able to get it to recover. Anyway, back to you. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Well, 73's for now. I'll catch you in a few minutes.
Roger, roger. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Jim. You're at 557 Chancesterville.
Yeah, hi, Paul. How you doing? You know, I'm copying you pretty well, even though I'm not pointed at you. But like I was telling Mike, I'm going to go silent here while this transverter settles down.
Well, you're not drifting enough to notice. Anyway, let me go up and see if N6RO has figured out where he should be transmitting here. That should be close to N6RO. N6 Radio Oscar, N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC, calling and listening. N6RO, N6RO, N6 Radio Ontario, K6MYC. N6RO, N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. Well, Ken still got a problem on 222, I guess. He hasn't checked in now for 3 weeks. Keeps saying it's a simple problem, but he hasn't been able to find it. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
Hey, he doesn't want to listen to you tell him it's broken.
What's that, Aaron?
Yeah, he probably doesn't want to listen to you tell him that it's broken again.
Well, I don't think he's broken. He thought he might be listening on the wrong frequency. He's got a transverter made by the same people that make the low frequency stuff. What is that company over in Santa Cruz? I forgot the name of it for some reason. Anyway, he's got a radio from them and a transverter from them that he plays into it, but he doesn't remember. I think he knows what IF it is, so it's probably on to 2 meters, but I'm not even sure about that. He may be listening here on 2 meters, and maybe it's on 28 megs or something. Anyway, I think that's the problem. And I said, why don't you just call him up and ask him what the IF shift is on your radio? And they should be able to tell you. But he's pretty sure. I think he's probably just listening on the wrong frequency somewhere. I told him I was available all day long if he wanted to get on and do some testing. I could make a signal for him, and he could tune up and down the band to see if he could find me. But that didn't get on anywhere either. Okay, well, we'll probably come back to him. Maybe we'll catch him on 6 in a little while here. Let me go on up to see if Bill is in there tonight. I'm going to Sacramento now. Sacramento. Up towards Sacramento. This should be close to you, Bill. KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Hopefully you're copying. K6MYC in the Bozo group. Here's KO6KD, Bozo number 776. 776 checking in. Copy, over.
Yeah, we got you fine. I moved the antenna just a bit and you came way up, so you're doing fine here. Good to hear you. Hopefully you're feeling a little better every day here, over.
Yeah, today was an okay day, except for propagation. Didn't hear anybody at all. I listened around most of the day, didn't hear anything on 40, and very little stuff anywhere else, so kind of disappointed about that, but thank you for your concern. As I'm getting more adjusted to say, or accustomed to saying, I'm not all right, but I am okay. So I do have a message for you, so if you're ready to copy.
Yeah, I'm okay. You're going to have to listen for Ken, WA60IB on 6 meters tonight. I'm stuck again. I cannot rotate. But Ken's going to call Annette, so be advised he won't be on here past 8:30. So look for an early check-in on 6, Bill, over.
Roger, I'll listen for Ken on 6 meters. Are you hearing me well enough for me to pass along a message for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, you're not copying me well enough for me to pass along traffic. Okay, no problem. 7-3 for now. I'll QSY to 6 meters and listen for Ken.
No, I'm copying you fine, Bill. You're Q5, no problem. Solid copy. Go ahead, pass the message, over.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you for some reason again on 220. You're fading in and out. I got a message from Russ, KW6T, and he wanted me to tell you that for the next couple of months, he will not be checking in on any of the Bozo Nets because all of his UHF and VHF antennas are down. He's taken them all down. He's rebuilding everything, and so he will not be checking in. The Bozo 4, I think it's 410, will not be checking in for the next couple of months. Over.
Okay. Very good. Well, that's good. He never did get everything working right anyway, so that's bad news, but good news. Maybe he'll get things up the next time with the right feed lines and a better installation there. He's got a good location. He always has a booming signal down this way. But thank you for giving me the update on Russ there. KO6JD, K6MYC. Thank you. Still running 900 watts at you, Bill. You got a serious problem there on 222.
There you go. No worries. Glad you got the information, and I'll get out of here, and we'll see somebody up on 6 meters. Okay, very good. KO680, 7-3.
Roger. Look for an early check-in. We'll try to get in there. Ken will be on here any minute. He was just down the band working Ralph, so he should be checking in here on 222 also very quickly here. Ken, are you here?
Yep, I'm here. WA60IB, 226.
Okay, we got 226. And did you work Ralph?
Yep, I worked Ralph down there. You betcha, good signal tonight.
Oh, very good. Bill's not hearing me very well on 220 here, but he'll be waiting for your early call somewhere on 6 meters here, over.
Yeah, I'll go to 6 meters and be standing by.
Hi, Bill. How you doing? KO6KD, WA60IB.
Oh, hi, Ken. I'm sorry. Yeah, good evening. My conditions here are up and down my receive. I'm sorry. I don't know what my issue is here, but good evening. I guess I'm looking for you or listening for you on 6.
Yeah, okay. Well, you got some good K2SP2. So it's conditions. I don't know if you got any problem there or not, but you're up and down too. So we'll see you over on 6 in a bit then. WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
Roger, 7-3.
Yeah, that was a double.
Roger, 7-3.
7-3, no problem, Bill, 73. Okay, let's see. I'm done with everybody except I'm going to listen for Paul here just a little bit. Might look for Paul. And going to about Paul's heading there. K6 Whiskey India Sugar on the direct path. K6 WIS, direct path Paul. K6 MYC with WA60IB, over.
Good evening again, Mike. K6 MYC in the group. This is K6 WIS. Receiving with QSB fading, peaking S5, Q5. How copy me? Over.
Yeah, real good copy here. Much stronger than on the bounce path tonight because of the rain and stuff going on in the Bay Area. Probably bounce path wasn't bad, but and it was Q5, but it wasn't as strong as it could have been. Now I'll let you listen for WA60IB, who's also on here, and we'll be calling the 6-meter net shortly. Over. Go ahead, Ken.
Yep, okay, hi, Paul. Good signal here at S9. K6WIS, WA60IB.
Hi, good evening, Ken. WA60IB and K6WIS. Yeah, also peaking in S9, but with QSB phase down to S5. So that's typical for this direct path, which is maybe not so direct, so there's several hills in the way, over.
Yeah, there sure are. Okay, yeah, a little bit of QSB on you too. You went down to about an S7, but still good and strong. Okay, very good. Good talking to you. Yeah, I wasn't here earlier for the bounce path, but I rarely get you on that anyway. K6WIS, WA60IB.
Roger. Yep. Sometimes copy on the bounce path. That seems to be more regular these days, so we should try again next Monday on the bounce path. 73 is Ken, K6WIS.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Okay, we only got one more. KE7UQL. 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 How about you, Daniel? Up there in Nevada, KE7 Uniform, Quebec, London, Carson City area, K6 MYC and Bozo Net, calling and listening. Yeah, okay, we got you. Are you confident, Ken?
I sure am. KE7UQL. Hi, Daniel. WA60IB here. Well, you do too. Okay, good deal. Good to hear you. And good to be on 220 here. See you over on 6 in a minute, baby. WA60IB. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, well, let's do this. We're done here. So let's go over to 6 meters right now. If you can get a hold of Richard, Daniel, if you can reach Richard on the FM link there, tell Richard we're coming his way right now on 6 meters, and I'm broken, so he's going to have to listen for Ken, WA60IB on 6, over. I didn't hear his response. Maybe he faded.
Well, it's 10 minutes to 8. It's pretty early for 6. There's not going to be anybody there yet.
Oh, still 10 to 8? Well, all he has to do is tell Richard we're going to be there.
And we still need Rob.
KM6SRR.
There's Rob. Okay, Fred, Daniel, please pass on to Richard. We're going to call at 6 meters between now and 8 o'clock. We're looking for Richard on 6 meters between now and 8 o'clock, Daniel. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
Here is KE7UQL. I can't reach Richard on this band. He doesn't have 222, over.
Oh, I thought you had an FM link, though, with him, over.
I don't have a 6-meter up, over.
Well, I thought you had an FM link. I thought you would talk to Richard and Larry on an FM link, over.
Well, I only get half of that link. I can only talk to Larry, but let's try N7WT, KE7UQL. What am I right?
Okay, no Larry tonight, looks like.
Yep, no answer.
All right, well, we'll do the best we can with Richard. And we'll catch him one way or the other here before 8:30. I'll try my best as well. I might be able to get him. I'm close to that heading with my antenna, but it's stuck, and I cannot rotate on 6 tonight, over.
Okay, well, sorry about that. We'll try 1296 tomorrow, Roger.
Roger. 1296 is A-OK. Go.
Okay, we'll see you there tomorrow.
Geopolitical copy again, 6
Take it nice and 10. 87 QQS, 73, Mike.
Okay, somebody else talking in there. Who was it? Is that you, Jim? You got 52? Who else was in there? Go ahead, K6MYC.
Good night, Ken. Good night, Daniel.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kim. Go ahead, Kim.
Go ahead, what?
Say hello to Daniel.
You've been talking. I just wanted to say goodbye, and I did.
Okay.
That puts us at 15. Still waiting to see if we got 52. That would be number 16 if we got 52. K6US.
6RO.
Oh, there's N6RO. Okay, let me come down your way, Ken. N6RO 835. Let me see here. This coming down your way, coming down. This should be getting pretty close. How's that, Ken?
Good.
Go ahead, Ken.
N6RO, WA6OIB. We've been hearing you.
Yeah, Ken, I'm hearing you fine. I can't copy Mike.
Oh, okay. Try it again, Mike. He said he couldn't copy you.
I'll have him make a transmission. I'm trying to find him.
Okay, well, Ken, give Mike a call. He's trying to find you.
I don't hear him at all.
N6RO, WA6OIB. Give Mike a call.
What's that, Ken?
I wanted you to give Mike a call. He's not able to copy you. You're not copying him. He wants to try and find you.
I've got a bad line noise here. You're strong enough, but not. I don't like this covering you up.
Noise. Okay. Well, yeah. You can't help that, I guess.
Well, I hear Ken fine. I just wanted to get a peek on him. I'm hearing Ken every single transmission there. WA6OIB with N6RO 835 K6MYC, over.
Yeah, K6MYC and 6RO. How copy?
Yeah, solid copy. Go ahead. Solid copy. Go ahead. See what I mean, Kim? Okay, listen, tell him that you're going to call the net on 6, so tell him to look for you or your signal on 6, Ken, over.
Okay, N6RO, WA6OIB. Mike is locked up on 6 meters, so I'm going to try and help him out a bit.
Yeah, I'll check in 6 meters and do my usual diatribe. N6RO.
Okay, all right, we'll see you over there in a little bit then. WA6OIB.
We're going to start 6 meters right away. Tell them we're starting 6 meters at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, over.
Yeah, okay, we'll be starting 6 about 8, Ken.
Okay.
Alrighty, 7-3, Ken, 7-3.
7-3, Mike.
Okay, well, we got that one taken care of. Now, KW6S is still broken on 222, so he won't be in here. So there's no reason to go there tonight. But he will be on 6, I think. But I haven't heard from him. He's been to the last 3 nets, Ken. So we should probably just start right toward KW6S quickly and see if he's going to be even there on 6. Over.
Oh, okay. What's his problem on 220?
Broken feed line, I guess. He's got no antenna essentially on the. It's at the top of the mast, and he can't get to it easily. He's got to do a lot of work to get to it, and he just hasn't had time.
Oh yeah, I know how that is. Oh boy, that's too bad. Okay. All right. Well, I'll QSY over to 6 then here. Be over there in a couple of minutes. WA6OIB.
Yeah. Oh, if there's any last-minute ones, I'll pick them up here, and I'll be on 6 shortly. I'm on transmitting. Okay, I'm just off in a weird direction, not northeast.
Yeah, well, you can bounce off of some hills and stuff back there. Get out somewhere. Okay, very good. Oh, there was something else. Oh, well, anyway, I'll think of it. WA6OIB.
Okay, we'll see you on 6.
Oh, yeah, did you get, what's that, 82 or whatever, 52?
Well, I haven't heard from Jim yet, but he doesn't get there till 8 o'clock, so he doesn't usually try to work him until 8 o'clock. I'll just go to the Bay Area here and wait on 222 for his comments. Over.
Yeah, he'll usually give you a little CCW burst there with his numbers, so. Okay, very good. WA60IB.
Okay. I hear people talking on 6 already.
We also had some CW, but meters K6US.
Oh, you heard CW. That would be Richard, probably.
I didn't hear it. I'm just seeing it on your spectrum scope. It's coming in right now. So we'll see you over on 6. K6US.
Richard, K86BQ. K86BQ. Well, let me put my power up where it belongs. Now you hear me. K86BQ, WA60IB. I got your 249. Okay, Rob, you over here yet to log these in?
Yep, I'm here, WA60IB, KM6SRR, and Bozo 1200.
727's here.
I doubled with somebody. 249, Richard, K86BQ is in there. Rob, you get that?
Yeah, I heard you talk to him. You doubled with Mikey, WA6 AJ.
Oh, well, that's good. How you doing, Mike? WA60IB, you're checked in.
WA60IB, KM6SRR. Thank you for checking me in. I'll stand by and listen to all the good news.
What is the good news?
Well, I'm waiting.
Well, any news is good news these days.
I don't think Iran's going to blink. I think we're going to have to blink for them.
Who's that?
I said I don't think Iran is going to blink. I think we're going to have to blink for them.
Well, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, we shall see, I guess.
And put down 1079 and 1100.
I got you.
On site now.
Who was that other one underneath there? Was that Richard? Oh, hi, Richard. I'm off in no direction. I'm pointed off to the east somewhere. I cannot rotate, so listen for Ken. I think everybody's already worked here, and we do have you logged in. KD6BQ, Delta Mike 09, K6MYC.
Yeah, Roger, Mike. You're about F9 up here right now, so easy copy.
Okay, well, I'm pointed more or less in your direction, but I can't rotate. I cannot rotate, so I'm letting Ken call to net. 73.
Yeah, we already got him logged in, so he's good to go. Nobody else up there, I guess, so we'll move on.
KJ6TYL1009.
Hi there, Ron. Yep, good to hear you. You got that, Rob?
I got it, 1009.
Yep, I'm listening, Ken. KM6, that's all right. Good evening, Ron.
All right, good evening, Rob and Ken and Mike.
Hi, Ron.
Hello, Aaron. Yeah, I got some terrible staticky noise out here, so I don't know. Something's going on out there. Something in the weather.
I'll blame it on the sun. K6US.
All right, well, we'll catch you guys later. KJ6TYL1009. We'll be listening in.
Well, I've got a lot of noise here tonight, too, for some reason. Boy, and up to an S7. So let's see, as I'm swinging WB6GGY. Phil, are you in there? I'm aimed right at Twainhard right now on the way through. WB6GGY, WA60IB. Well, I guess he's not here yet. We're still a little bit early for some of the check-ins there. KO6KD, I'm heading your direction now, Bill, WA60IB, over. Okay, real good, Bill. Thank you for checking in. And Mike's got a stuck rotor, as you probably know. So, did you cause Bill at all tonight, Mike?
I don't hear Bill.
Oh, just curious whether you heard him at all. He's had a pretty good signal there. All right, Bill's checked in. Anyone else up in the area there in the Sacramento or whatever for the 6-meter Bozo Net? WA60IB with K6MYC. 1040, VON from the Ranchos, right? Well, we're close enough, and I'm sort of headed in your direction, so. All right, 1040, thank you much. The Rancho's checking in. WA60IB, anybody else? We got 52. I'm going to head out your way a little bit. We got 52, and that means you've got. I forgot the guy's name. Anyway, are you copying me right now? WA60IB.
That's Jim, PQL.
Well, I know it's Jim, but the guy's checking in. He's checking in 52.
QIW.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Anyway, W6PQL, WA60IB, if you're copying. Well, I hear you in there, but I've always had trouble copying you on 6 meters, so I don't know if you're copying me or not. W6PQL, WA60IB. I did hear you, so you are checked in. Anybody else up in the Sacramento area? WA60IB.
Yeah, should KR6MR should be there.
Well, Mike doubled with you. Who was that? Yeah, KR6MR, 759, WA60IB. Yeah, Mike was covering you up. So. All right, right, you're checked in. Thank you. Mike's stuck at an odd angle, so he's having trouble getting out. Okay, very good. 7-3, thank you for checking in. WA60IB, anybody else? Who was that? Okay, you got to try it again. You're not quite making it through my noise. WA60IB. Try it again. Hi there, Ken. N6RO. I did copy you. WA60IB. There was somebody else there too, but go ahead, Ken. Yeah, his rotor's stuck off into some odd angle, so he's picking everybody up on a bounce. But you got a good signal here. N6RO, WA60IB, what's the menu? Good, nice temperature and everything, and good on the calamari. Yeah, I've got some salmon waiting for me. I've got to cook it. Gwen's out and about with her girlfriends having dinner tonight, so I've got to send for myself. So after that, I'll be fixing some fish as well, and I have not broccoli, but Brussels sprouts. There we go. All right, very good. Thank you for checking in. N6RO, WA60IB. No, really? I've never heard of it. What's so good about it? That's good in itself. Yes, thank you for the tip. We'll have to let the wife know. Maybe she can try and get some of that. Thank you much. Okay, well, she goes to Whole Foods from time to time, so that'll be good. I'll let her know. Thank you much. Yep, a nice fishy dinner, and I love calamari too, so I'm envious. N6RO, WA60IB.
694.
Okay, very good. You will be on 1296. Mike's taking note of that. And Ben, good evening to you. WB6GBS, Golf Bravo Sierra, WA60IB. Got your 694. How you doing?
Okay, pretty good, I guess. Can't complain. It wouldn't do any good anyway.
Well, I'd listen. I might even comment, but oh well. Good to hear you, Ben. Thank you much for checking in. WA60IB. Anybody else?
Yeah, good evening, Ben. You've got two there in Ken's direction, Ken. It's 1189 KO6IQR and W6WZZ.
Well, all right, they haven't checked in yet.
That might have been the one you heard. Also, N6BCC, Merrill. L3 in that direction.
Okay, I'm still headed up towards Ken. Anybody else checking in from up there? WA60IB and K6MYC. Go ahead.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
KG6CEF 982. Well, good evening to you, sir.
Hi, how's it going, Ken?
Well, I'm doing great, Daryl. Doing great. Good to hear you from Quartz Gold.
Oh yeah, we always we're just using our wire, but we managed to check in.
Oh yeah, well it's all downhill from where you're at, so I'm copying you fine. You're good and loud.
That's right. All right, well I know Mike's there too. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Daryl. I'm eating dinner. Go ahead, Daryl.
Oh no, I figured. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that myself here pretty quick. I wanted to check in first.
Yeah, I've got to do mine. I got to go cook it tonight, so which is unusual. The wife does most of the cooking around here, but I can cook, but I'm not fond of it. I'd rather eat than cook. So anyway, I'm spoiled, I guess. That's what she's done. She's spoiled me. Okay, anybody else from the Bozo Net? WA60IB with K6MYC. Over. Okay, I'm going to head back into the Bay Area then a little bit. Nothing more from the northwest.
Yep.
Hello, Bay Area for the Bozo Net on 6 meters. WA60IB with K6MYC. Over. For the Bozo Net, Bay Area, WA60IB.
Have you got crickets, Ken?
What was that, Mike?
Do you have crickets?
I'm not sure what you mean.
No signals, just crickets chirping.
I don't hear any chirping, just noise. Yeah, I've got a high noise level tonight, S7 to S8 sometimes. And so if there's anybody trying to check in that's kind of weak for me, they're out of luck. I'm sorry. I hear a voice in there, and it's towards the Bay Area, but I don't know who it is.
Rob, are you pointing to the Bay Area?
Yeah, I think so, but I have a hill, and I always have trouble hearing them over there.
Well, you might just go right to Santa Cruz. Look for KW6S.
Yeah, we'll do that. KW6S. You awake tonight? WA60IB with a Bozo Net.
The other one is Alpha Foxtrot 6 United Lee in Watsonville.
Right, yeah, AF6U in Watsonville. I've never really been able to talk to them on 6, I don't think, but we'll give it a try. AF6U, KW6S, WA60IB with K6MYC for the Bozo Net. Over.
Mike, you should be able to hear some of these guys. You can work all the southern Bay Area people. WA6AAJ, over.
Mike, you still with us? WA6AAJ, WA60IB. He's checked out. Yeah, I just got a terrible noise. I don't know where it's coming from. It's every once in a while it just tears up 6 meters. So the WA60IB looking towards the Bay Area and Monterey, anywhere in that area. I'm swinging back and forth for the Bozo Net. WA60IB with K6MYC. Over.
have WB6WNI. You should have perhaps KA6UYH, perhaps AB6SR. All those are capable. And, of course, W6PQL, but I don't know where he is.
Okay, all through that, somebody was trying to check in. QRZ for the Bozo Net, somebody was trying to check in, and I couldn't hear you. WA60IB, try it again. QRZ for the Bozo Net, WA6 Oscar India Bravo, WA60IB with K6MYC for the Bozo Net, over. QRZ for the Bozo Net, still heading to the Bay Area, WA60IB. I hear somebody in there, you're really weak, and give me a long call so I can try and get you. WA60IB, over.
But I can't read him either.
Yeah, I'm swinging around. I hear him, but he seems to be coming from about 300. WA60IB. Try it again. I think I'm pointed at you. No luck. It's just in the noise.
How about you, Rob? Aren't you doing any good with any of this?
No, I'm sweeping around, but like I say, I don't hear the Bay Area very good. KM6SR. KW6S, it sounded like it might have been your voice. KW6S, WA60IB, over. Nothing at all, Mike. I'm not very much help tonight because I've got so much noise. I'm not able to help you much. WA60IB.
You're about out of here, Ken.
Yeah, I'm not copying anything right now, so let's head up this way a little bit and try Phil again. WB6GGY, WB6GGY, WA60IB.
Phil should be in there.
Yeah, I can always copy Phil, but I haven't got anything right now, so he must be busy.
Well, he was in there this morning on 40, and he said he would be here, so I don't know what happened.
Yep, I'm aiming right down his throat, so it was more than a kilowatt. So WB6GGY, wake up, WA6OIB. Nada. So you think it might be just the rotor box?
Was that a question for me, Ken?
You're the one that's working with the rotor box, I think so. Yep.
Well, I think it's a rotor controller. It's locked up, and I can't. It worked fine Wednesday last week, and by Friday it wouldn't work. So I don't know what happened. It's stuck at one limit.
Yeah, and that's up on the hill, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's a rotator. I think it's a control box, but I can't be sure. Control box is doing strange things. I won't go into it, but it's doing strange things. When I pulse it, you know, you can usually get it to read a couple of additional digits or tenths of degrees. You keep hitting the button before it goes to error, and it'll keep counting. But when I reverse direction, it keeps counting in the same direction when I do that.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a brains type thing, huh? Must be the box. And you've got another box. Well, I'm going to Meadow Lakes tomorrow, so...
Yeah, Frank will be here.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm going Wednesday, sorry. Oh, well, dang it. Well, I've got after my lunch, I got a lunch tomorrow with the Channel 47 kind of reunion thing, so for all the old timers that worked at 47. But after that's over, I could swing up there if you haven't got anything by then.
Now, Frank should be here tomorrow. He was going to be here today, but they changed his potty pickup day or potty cleaning day from Wednesday to Monday. So he was forced to stay home, so he should be here in the morning.
Oh, well, that's an important thing to have clean, yes.
Well, they said they would not be able to get there Wednesday because they looked at the weather, and it's supposed to be raining at Frank's place, and they know they can't get up the hill to his potty when it's slick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you mentioned that on the phone. Well, pooey. Well, we'll see. I'll check with you. 1 o'clock-ish tomorrow or something like that, and see if it's been done. If it hasn't, I'll run up there.
Yeah, well, it's not terribly important. I've got the 2 element up on the other tower now, and well, it's backwards. At least I can point it and get direction out of it. So I'm not dead in the water on 40, but on 6 I am. But again, this was the only day that was important, and it was all planned out that Ken would be here. I mean, that Frank would be here, but they called him this morning and said, we got to pick up your potty today and clean it so we don't have to be there on a day we can't get up your road. So that's okay. It's one thing or another with Frank.
Yeah, that's too bad. He's got to rely on that. That's terrible. He hasn't got a septic system up there yet, or is he not going to be able to?
He hasn't wanted to apply for it. I guess he wants to do it per code, and he could do it per code. I said, just go ahead and put one in. And then if you want to do it later, you could do it to code, but at least you'd have a septic tank. But he's worried about drainage. He's on the side of that hill, so I don't push him.
Yeah, okay. I've never seen this place, but the way you guys describe it, it sounds interesting challenges.
Yeah.
Well, he's keeping the beacon on the air, the 2 beacons. That's good.
Yeah, we're trying to rustle up something. If you would ever give up on your 220 on the drifts, we would take that from you and put it on 220. We need a beacon on 220 more than any other band.
I see, yeah. Well, all I got to do is get time. I got so much to do. and get one of those 220 transverters working with a little Radio Shack 10-meter rig, and that would do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be fine. Just keep your eye open for a transverter for 220.
Oh, okay. Hi, Dane, WB6JNP, WA60IB. Another check-in. Good evening.
Good evening. We're just on our way to dinner, so I thought I'd jump in real quick.
Got your 107, Dane. Thank you.
Well, have a nice dinner, Dane. Gonna eat something special?
Anything special for dinner tonight, Dane?
I guess he's off to dinner. WA60IB. Okay, we got another one. How's that, Rob? Rob's probably eating dinner too, and all this dinner talk makes me hungry, and I'm gonna have to get out of here anyway. WA60IB.
Yeah, I'm here. I had a lot of noise. I wasn't sure if you directed it to me or not. WA60IB, KM6SR.
Yeah, I've got a whole lot of noise here too. It must be something big and local. Okay, very good. All right, I'll see you guys later then, and I'll check with you, Mike, tomorrow after my luncheon thing, and if I can help, I'll be glad to run up there.
Yeah, well, I would have you do it if it was Sunday, so it would be ready for Monday, or come up on Monday today, but. It isn't worth it, Ken. I don't want to run you up here for that. Frank will be here sometime between now and Friday, probably tomorrow, so we'll get it sorted out. Thank you, though. And I think we're going to get rain. They say rain by 6 a.m. this morning. It's raining like cats and dogs in the Bay Area already. It's been raining since 2 or 3 in the afternoon, which means it's on its way, man.
Ken said it was raining up there. He's got plenty of rain, so let's hope it does get down this far. Doggone it, we could sure use it. And I know my sprinklers just talked to me a while ago, and they went into automatic rain delay because of the forecast. So I know when it's supposed to rain because my sprinklers wake me up and say I'm not going to work tonight because it's going to rain. WA60IB.
Yeah. Okay. Something else I was going to tell you, but I forgot. Anyway, thank you for staying around and doing the net. Appreciate it. And sorry we didn't get the guys up there in the middle of the valley. KO6IQR with Mario. He was pretty sure he was going to be there tonight. And then Merle in Modesto, N6BCC. And then there's another fellow that lives about 5 miles from Ken. W6WZZ, and he's got a good signal on 6, so none of them showed up tonight. Between FT8 and the noise on 6, it's just about killing it.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's a cool band, and it's becoming a problem. I know what you mean. Yeah, especially the guys wandering off to do digital and all that stuff, which is, it's fine, but, stick with this stuff, too. It's fun, too. A little more challenging, much more challenging. Some of that FT8 stuff is, a drop in the hat, but to get a good sideband QSO and whatnot takes a little effort, so wish they would get going. WA60IB. See you guys later. I got to get out of here.
7-3. I don't see a fix for this 6-meter problem. Both the noise and everything else with FT8 in there. It's a downhill stream at least for a while until they do something with the contesting on FT8 and maybe make it a different DXCC type of thing. But I don't see that in the future. 7-3. Thank you again, Ken. KM6SR or K6MYC. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, Mike. 73 Ken, WA60IB, KM6SR. Enjoy your dinner.
KC5, DTU, 712.
Well, there he is. Day late, but we got you, 712.
Roger. Late, but what do they say? But I made it.
Yes, you did.
I'm not hearing any noise down here, Michael. I don't know if I'm down so low or what, but I hear you guys talking noise, but I don't hear anything.
Well, you're lucky. with that station, though, you won't hear anybody else either. I'm kidding you. Down low, and you're below all the noise.
Well, must be. I was just sitting here going, wow, are my ears failing me or what? But no noise here.
I'm eating dinner while I'm talking here. Well, it's the next couple of days are going to be interesting. Do you think Iran's going to blink?
Oh boy, they are not revealing what they found on that ship, and I think they're gonna blink.
What did they find on this ship? This is the one that we stopped. We had a shot through their engine compartment or something and stopped the boat. What did they find?
Well, apparently the prelim that I heard on it, and this is not verified. I guess they had a bunch of fuels, and I say that plural, for the different types of missiles and drone systems that they have.
Oh, great. That was a good one to stop, huh?
Yeah, roger that. But a lot of good is going to do them, though, that they don't have the factories to make those things all gone.
Well, they're not all gone. They still got the stuff. They would take it. They would make it do something. But we were talking about what Trump, of course, originally said, I'm going to knock out all the power stations and all the bridges, but I think the better choice would be to knock out the leadership one more time, because the leaders aren't talking to each other, and one's fighting another one, and the other one is knock out the Revolutionary Guard. I know Trump doesn't like to kill people, but these soldiers are probably almost unredeemable. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I think the problem right now is who's the leader. No one seems like they're having a hard time trying to find someone to step up to that position.
KM6SR.
Good evening, Rob. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Kerry. Good to hear you there. Hey, you think that ship that was bringing them some stuff was from China?
It would certainly make sense, but it must have had something that they want to risk getting taken control of, like it did. So it was there. Whatever was on it, Iran needed and wanted it. That's my assumption.
Yeah, I did hear. When I first heard the report, I didn't know what was on it, but I heard the word Chinese or China related to that boat. So it was coming from China, I believe. So that was a good assumption, Rob. Over.
Yeah, I know China and Russia are both still trying to support him, and Trump's going to go over to China here in a week or two. So he ought to talk to him and say, hey, no bueno. Anyway. Yep, I think, if we let that old regime stand, we're just going to be in for more trouble, because they're lying and they just keep going and going and going. They have an ideology that they will not abandon. I think what the thing we got to do is just keep going and have the embargo until that they get in the dumps. If we bomb their bridges and their power plants, then we'll hurt the main people there. But if we stop the money coming in, they cannot do what they want to do if they don't have any money there. Over.
The big problem is just sitting on the embargo or the blockade is good. We can do it. We can put them out of business on the long term, but it takes more time to do that. And Trump's running out of patience. And of course, it's that midterm season, and price of oil and all that stuff is hanging in the balance here. So I think he's trying to get this done. But I think Revolutionary Guard is the one that's got to come out. There's a big general that's in charge of the Revolutionary Guard, and he's not helping the matter. I guess he's kind of a hardliner. Anyway, we'll see what I think they've kind of ruled out taking Carg Island. They don't need to take it. It's out of business anyway when they've got the blockade on there, so they don't need to go in and waste troops on Carg Island. Over.
Well, you know what I heard, and by no means am I an oil expert, but along the same lines, they were given instructions today. The bad guys, okay, this is your last opportunity to load up the planes and get out of Dodge. But along with that, I heard that they are running out of place to put the oil that they're pumping out of the ground. And when they run out of space to put that oil, they have to shut the wells down. And shutting the wells down are a bad thing, supposedly because water comes into them and greatly diminishes the output of the oil coming from the wells. So, boy, that would totally destroy Iran. That's true, and this is one of the things that I'm hearing.
Yeah, I hear the same thing. 21 days they've got left of storage room for the oil they're pumping. And then when you do shut down, I didn't hear what the reasoning was. Yours is probably correct, water intrusion and other things, but apparently it takes about 6 weeks to get things rolling again if you shut the pumps, the wells, down for any length of time. Over.
Yeah, but just imagine if that's true, though, boy. And the other word that I'm hearing is that Israel is on the verge of a big oil field discovery. Have you heard anything about that?
No, but that wouldn't make them any happier, would it?
No, it wouldn't. And boy, it's who's on first?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead, Rob. I didn't mean to butt in, but I did hear little bits and pieces, so I'm adding to the story. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, Mike. Yep. Yeah, I think they ought to go after some more of the leaders, and I kind of leave the infrastructure alone. They could always give us the oil, so they got room to store it.
Well, they gifted us those ships of oil, so that would be great, Rob.
Yeah, we'd have to get in there to Carg Island and run that side of the show, and then make them pump the oil across till we could load it into our tankers. Over.
Yeah, I'm not sure the mechanics of it, but that'd be one way where they wouldn't have to shut the wells down. But you know what? They can restart them, and so if it never comes back as good, that's the price they're going to pay.
Yep. Anyway, KC5DTU, good to hear you, Kerry, and thanks for the catch-up here.
Roger, Roger. I'm going to do like Ken here. I'm going to have to bug out real quick, but I'll see you tomorrow night on the other side here.
Yeah, 1296. Good. And we got to get everybody in there and break that 30 mark.
Roger, Roger. Good to hear you, Rob. 73.
Okay, Kerry. KC5DTU, KM6SR, 73.
Is there anybody reasoning? You didn't go south, but is there any reason to go south except for accidental pickups?
I can't remember anybody down there except for if Greg has it or some of the other guys around the Visalia area. I know Rick's 6 meters broken.
Yeah, he is. Why don't you just go down and make a quick call or two, and then we'll give it away.
Okay. Does Mark K6MTS have 6?
Yeah, but I don't think he goes to the hill on this day. I don't think he's got anything functional. He has to drive up and use the car or the truck.
Yeah, in order to get out, I guess so. Okay, I think I'm sort of headed down south there. This is 6 meter Bozo Net, QST. Anybody want to check in? KM6SR with K6MYC and a broken rotor. Standing by.
6S should be there.
I don't know. I think he and Mike usually check in earlier. They don't check in.
Well, Mike was here, but I didn't ask him about Bill tonight. The only one I could hear good on the net was Richard, believe it or not. So the antenna must be pointed up there just probably a little too east for Richard's peak signal. So I'm pointed where I think I am is about 15 degrees east of north. And I could hear Richard, and it was Q5, but that was the only station I could hear, except I could read Ken. Ken was Q5 or Q4 because he's line of sight to me practically from Oakley, but otherwise I couldn't hear anybody but locals here.
You probably should have got Dane pretty good. Doesn't he come from that direction?
Dave who?
Dane, WB6JNP.
No, he checked in. He checked in just a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying, isn't your antenna good to pick him up?
Oh yeah, no, he was loud.
And then you should probably get Dave pretty good, but I don't know if Dave's put up 6 meters. I think he had a wire. I know we swapped antenna for a service, but he has the antenna, but I have no service from him.
No, what I said was I copied Dane fine. He checked in here now about 15 minutes ago, but he was in briefly as he was heading to dinner.
Yeah, I heard that, but I was just bringing it up saying that there's another one you should have had good copy on.
I did. He was very loud. Both him and Darrell were good copy. Now, K6 VBG was not in here tonight, but he's suffering with a cold and he may not be up to it.
Yep, not too cold yet. It's going to get colder, but I think he may only have a wire up for 6.
Yeah, no, he's okay. He can get on 6, but I said he has a cold, and with his COPD, he's suffering a little bit.
Yep, roger on that.
I don't think Tony has anything yet on 6. He will. Frank's going to give him a 6-meter antenna that we have aligned for him. He'll get a full complement once Frank can get over there. If he keeps getting delayed, hopefully he'll get there before the June contest.
Yeah, but at this rate, that might be about right.
Tony has patience. Luckily, he has patience because he can't do anything about it. But it is frustrating to give him all this stuff and try to. He's got everything set up. Frank's got it all lined up and how to do it and everything. But he has to go over there and dig 3 holes to put the tower base in, and then and the rest of it's slam dunk. But he just keeps getting sick. One thing or another. He had a bad taco last Thursday, and he's been running to the pot ever since.
Yep, that's what I heard. I guess that's why his potty guy had to come early. He's got it filled up already, huh? Uh-huh.
Yeah, one of the jobs that they give some of the Mexican illegals is making stripes on the roadway. You know that.
Okay.
You know how they do that, don't you? Diarrhea time.
Yep, has to be in a fast-moving vehicle.
Yeah. That dot and dash is no solid lines. They have to sit side by side real close together. Double lines are really a bitch.
Yeah, I think this net's going into the toilet, Mike. Uh-huh.
We'll stop this stuff. All right, I think we beat to death the 6-meter Bozo Net. This is Mike, K6MYC, Bozo 47, closing in Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo, closing the 6-meter Bozo Net on April 20th, 2026, 7-3 all.
Yeah, we're kind of early tonight too, Mike. Maybe that's why some people didn't check in. Anyway, yeah, I don't have much good for a station except for 2 meters.
Yeah, you're dwindling. 6, you do pretty good on 6. You could have worked KW6S and Lee over there on a good night.
Yeah, I can't remember if I have or not. I was trying to peek on them over there. 6 is another one that's off, and I don't know which direction it's pointing. I think it's off about 30 degrees, maybe 40 degrees. So I'm trying to guess where everybody is, and that and my 432/1296, which is off about 90 degrees. I have real trouble.
Okay. Well, you would hear Tom. Tom's pretty loud on 6. You would at least hear him enough to know where to point or hear him to peek on him. All right. Good night, all. Good night, Aaron. And hopefully next week I'll have everything running again here. And we'll see you guys on 1296. Hopefully that's functional. I don't see any problems existing there tonight. K6 MYC. Good night, all.
Well, I don't hear Aaron. Give them a chance to say goodnight without covering them up. Okay, Mike, K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
Do you have a good list, Rob?
Well, sort of, I guess. If you can send me a picture of yours, that'd be helpful.
Okay, well, Judy's under the weather. I'll see how she feels.
Okay, no problem.
I think Aaron's probably got a pretty good list too, so you could tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah, unless he knows in advance, he doesn't normally keep a list, but he knows that I have my Aries nets on tonight, so I can't get to the 222 net very quick.
Yeah, well, he's got that one for you for sure. All right. See you later. K6MYC off and clear and back to 40.